Hey guys, it's Specko, and today I got you episode 3 of my Black Ops sniping guide. First, we're going to do like we did in the first one and go a little bit of an overview of what I'm going to be covering. And since we're going to be doing counter sniping, some people might not know what counter sniping is. Simply put, it's just killing a sniper. That can be counter sniping with a sniper rifle or even assault rifle, regardless of what you use. It's just taking care of that annoying sniper on the other team. In this video, I'm going to show you how to do that, and what I think to be the easiest and the most efficient way to take care of that annoying sniper. As I said before, you want to be using Ghost Pro, preferably, just in case that other guy is using an IR scope, because Ghost Pro you don't show up, and unlike in Modern Warfare 2, it's actually, if you don't show up with Ghost Pro, it's actually a little harder to see you than it was in the previous Call of Duty. You're going to need to use Scout, because Scout's going to make it to where you're going to, in the end, be a little more accurate. It doesn't directly affect it. However, holding your breath longer, basically, that's increasing your accuracy as the longer you hold it. And if you can hold your breath longer, I'm sure it'll up it there. And plus, whenever you're like dead on accurate, holding your breath without Scout, as soon as you get that dead on accuracy, you run out of breath. So yeah, and also it makes it possible for the pop-up shot. And I'll be showing you later how to do that. The weapon system you want to use is going to be a L96A1 with a variable scope. And the reason you use that is because L96 will produce the most consistent one-shot kills. And supposedly with one of the latest patches, the PSG, it can make one-shot kills in the same hitboxes as the L96. However, if I'm not mistaken, you're going to be having to use it without attachments. So that's what one you want to stay away from, because that variable scope will help you out a lot, especially in the long distance engagements, even down to the short ones, because there's certain situations you'll put yourself in where you just need that particular attachment. And like I said, later on I'll be showing you how to do the pop-up shot. Another thing to consider is know the popular sniping spots, and you may not know them right now. Maybe you're more of a casual Call of Duty guy and don't get on that much, and you haven't quite learned it yet. I've played quite a bit, so I've kind of figured out all the popular spots for each map for snipers, and I'll be putting out my specific map strategies next. And the last thing, as far as counter sniping goes, is going to be being unpredictable. And it's nothing more than just not going back to the same spot. And I'll be a little more specific later on in the video to kind of give you an idea of what a class setup should be for what I'm trying to say to do as far as counter sniping. It'd be something like this. I don't have the pro perks for either 3, Ghost, Scout, or Marathon. However, you don't have to have them. They're just helpful when you have them. The L96 with the variable zoom, the CZ75 with extended mags. The lethal grenade's your choice. You can use Tomahawk even if you want to. It doesn't really matter. None of those 3 matter, other than, the equipment matters not so much, considering your counter sniping. That's the whole this whole aspect is part of sniping. Is the biggest asset you can be. A lot of times for your team is taking out that other guy. And you can see this is a decent setup you got. And I also have mentioned before, if you've got the classes, you can make one. You can get far enough into it to where you have different camos for different guns, for different face paints, to where you blend in better camouflage. Alright, let's go ahead and get into showing you how to do the pop shot. Alright, the situation is you run up and you see a sniper up in a particular spot. You know where he's at. You know he knows where you're at. What you do is, to do the pop-up shot, you lay down behind cover, hold your breath, kind of line it up to where he's going to be, and take your shot. And if you miss, what you need to do is the same thing, rinse and repeat. However, there will be an unpredictable part, is you just lay down and stay behind cover to where he can't see you, move to a different spot, hold your breath until it stops almost completely, pop up and take the shot. Now I am doing this in a private match, however, I am demonstrating this in a private match, however, he knows I'm there, and I told him to try his best to kill me. We'll switch places and I'll show you how effective it is. Now the roles are reversed. This is what it looks like when it happens to you. And there's just nothing you can really do if you have it lined up decent and everything. Even you know they're going to be there, they're going to be able to get you off right off the bat rather than you be able to pull off the kill. So you don't want to ever have yourself in a situation where you're up against another sniper where you're not going to have cover where you can pull off this shot. Another thing to remember is this shot will not work if you're laid down to where you're below your opponent, below the other sniper, because they're going to have line of sight on your legs most of the time. That's what's going to happen. Kind of demonstrate right here to where I think it looks like he won't be able to see me, but you watch the kill cam and you see he saw me the whole time because he's above and he's got line of sight on the backside of me. Now, after this happens, you go back. Instinct would be go right back and try to kill him. You get that revenge kill, right? Well, this is where it comes into play where you want to be unpredictable. You don't want to go back to the same spot, but at the same time, sometimes you can kind of get the smarter snipers. What I mean by smarter is the ones that try to think about it like a chess game, to where what's he going to do next? Think about it to where, well, yeah, he's probably not going to go back to the same spot if he learns that you did it one time or another. And you might want to, with those guys, go back, but it's all just thinking about it. And it kind of turns into a game. Really, I mean, I say game, more of like a chess game. That's like I mentioned before, because you want to think a few moves ahead. You want to think, well, if I kill him here, where am I going to go next? Because see, I went right back and got murdered. So at this point, you don't want to do what he's doing because he's sitting in the same spot. And if you've got a sniper on you and you're trying to preserve like a kill streak or something like that, and you kill one a couple times in the same spot, you better think that he's going to get smart and he's going to go back somewhere else. And by that, he's going to do something like this. And what I mean by this is you don't want to creep out on somebody in the same spot over and over again. It's going to get you killed. And you see right here, he jumps down, but try to get him to come back. He still didn't see me. But you want to go to different spots each time to try to take them out, and you want to go to spots that aren't popular, spots that people never go. And when you go there, you want to you don't want to just pop out and keep your head in the open. You want to be smart about it, and also just be unpredictable as much as you can think of. Think of places that, if I put yourself in the other sniper's position, say if you were there sniping in the same spot as him and you were against yourself, where would you be watching? Think about where you'd be watching. You wouldn't be watching over towards where I just killed him from. You'd be watching more towards the left and the middle, because you wouldn't never think that somebody would walk up right there. And then another time is sometimes if you're just beat and they're a better sniper than you and you just cannot kill them, kind of just give up on it. Don't go back for revenge kills over and over again, because you're just going to lose more and more and more. Just work on it. Work on coming from different angles, different line of sights. And if you have to, just, like I said, just leave it alone. There's really nothing else I can show you in this video to kind of help you out, other than maybe if you're on array and you're going up against a guy to do what I'm doing. But like I said, it'll be more map specific later on. But just keep these things in mind. Remember to use a decent class setup for counter sniping. Another thing to do is, let me pull up my notes here. Sorry. The perks you want to use: Ghost Pro, Scout, whatever you want third. Use L96 variable scope, preferably. You don't have to, but yeah. Use the pop-up shot and be unpredictable, and just know the popular spots. Alright guys, I guess this is going to be the last part of it, and hopefully you like this video, and hopefully it'll help you. I get a lot of messages and comments and stuff from like the first and the second one saying it helped them a lot. If you have a suggestion as anything you would want me to cover in a later video as far pertaining to the series, let me know, and I'll put it in there. Alright guys, this is Specko, and peace.